KCCI 8 News at 5 starts right now.
Tall.
Plus, meet the man vying for the 3rd Congressional District seat while he's running against Republican incumbent David Young. Holder is trying to elbow his way past the more established Republican incumbent David Young and Democratic challenger Cindy Axne. KCCI's Marcus McIntosh introduces us to Libertarian Bryan Holder.
This has been a long time in coming for me. This is the 3rd time I've run for this congressional district.
Bryan Holder first campaigned for the 3rd District congressional seat in 2014, again in 2016, and now in 2018. This debate with his opponents at KMA Radio, he says, is a first.
I decided to run just because I've always been a student of history, been interested in government and how it works.
Born in Omaha, Nebraska, he grew up in the Council Bluffs area with a younger sister, an x-ray technician mother, and a father who was a school principal.
I was raised by a follower of Coach Bobby Knight, you know, the general. My dad was very strict, and he gave me that strict upbringing. I didn't screw up at school because obviously being a school principal, he would find out about it.
He says he kept his nose clean, focusing on his schoolwork and athletics.
Went to college on a basketball scholarship at Iowa Western.
But a degenerative disc disease in his 6'7" frame put an end to any hoop dreams. He stayed on scholarship by playing baseball for the Reveres for 2 years. Then went on to Bellevue University and a degree in psychology before earning his Juris Doctorate from Creighton University Law School. For the last 2 decades, he has worked in the family photography business and also calls himself a citizen journalist.
I film town halls. I film about 50 high school basketball games every winter. I filmed about 16 soccer matches for the local high school kids, and I put this content online for free for the community.
Holder knows his endgame in the 3rd Congressional District is not a win in the November election. A victory for him would be to get 5 or 6% of all the votes cast.
I don't see it going much above that, just because there's not enough people willing to let go of the two-party system.
Holder is a campaign of one. He does not ask for votes. He has no budget for TV or radio advertising and one campaign sign that is in his own front yard. He does not take campaign contributions, saying that would stray him away from the campaign he is determined to run on his own.
I could go out and start talking to my friends and family and form a committee and start collecting campaign contributions, but that's a path that I haven't wanted to go down.
For Commitment 2018, Marcus McIntosh, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
And coming up tonight at 9 and 10, we will hear Holder's priorities for the 3rd Congressional District.
This is Iowa's news leader, KCCI 8 News at 9 on MeTV.
The Libertarian candidate for Iowa's 3rd Congressional District has a one-man campaign. Bryan Holder does everything himself, sticking to the Libertarian Party belief of self-ownership and self-determination. KCCI's Marcus McIntosh spent some time with Holder, who says he is a strong believer that more people should be involved in politics.
The initial congressional districts only had 30,000 people in it. Now we have 760,000 people in our district.
Bryan Holder says it is far too much responsibility for one person to represent 750,000 Iowans.
At some point we need to add some more seats. I don't know what that number of seats is or how many constituents David Young or Cindy or myself should represent.
Holder has had enough of cutting back congressional districts, saying it's time to add more. He thinks that is a big stumbling block when it comes to others who may want to dip their toe into the political pool.
I think any citizen that wants to run for Congress should be able to do it, or at least attempt to do it.
But he doesn't stop there. He contends that if you have to get voted in, your voice should matter.
I think that every elected representative in the 3rd Congressional District, so the mayors, the city council members, the board of supervisors, the treasurers, the auditors, I think they should get to vote on what goes on in Washington.
Holder's campaign of one is all about getting out there and shaking hands himself and getting his own signatures. He says his 3rd campaign in the 3rd Congressional District marks the first time he was included in a debate against the politicians he is competing against. And he says he voices his opinion with class.
You don't have to engage in politics as an adversarial endeavor.
Holder knows he has little chance of claiming the 3rd District, but says his fight is about more than a seat in Congress.
I don't care about losing the election. I want to not lose any more of our freedoms. That's what concerns me the most.
For Commitment 2018, Marcus McIntosh, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
To learn more about Libertarian candidate Bryan Holder's campaign for the 3rd Congressional District, log on to holderforiowa.com.